All throughout history, mankind has recorded encounters with strange creatures, some human-like and others, well, not so human-like. From cave paintings dating back hundreds of thousands of years to engraved stone tablets to drawings on animal skin, ancient books to modern-day video, all kinds of unexplained creatures have been documented throughout history. From ghosts and demons to Bigfoot and Mothman, to modern-day urban legends such as the Slender Man, which, to be fair, was invented on the internet, but has basis in fact. 15th century wood engravings from Germany confirm this. So what's the connection? Is there a connection? Are all these creatures simply the product of man's wild imagination? Or is there something more? Something that until now has been hidden. Something that ties all these creatures together. And not only is that something responsible for monsters of the past, but continues to be a threat for possibly unleashing horrors on mankind in the future. 1978, Washington, D.C., the Smithsonian Institute, the employer of an unassuming researcher of archaeology assigned to the task of sorting through past discoveries made in the United States spanning the last 200 years. His job, organize, categorize, and sort these materials and determine what should be available to the general public and what should be put away for future researchers. In fear of possible reprisal, we shall only refer to him as Dr. K.
Well, I was going through this stuff. Lots of Indian artifacts, burial mound stuff, a few Viking artifacts, which I was very surprised to see, some dinosaur bones, etc. Nothing really out of the ordinary.
But 2 days into his work, Dr. K discovered something very interesting.
Well, I got to this one box, a white box. It contained arrowheads, pottery, some weed cloth, well, nothing I hadn't seen before. I was separating the objects by their classification when something at the bottom of the box. I'd already taken everything inside. Otherwise, I wouldn't have seen it. But I was surprised. It was a piece of paper, and it looked to me about, well, it was new. So the first thought I had was the researcher before me had left it in there, but then I noticed the first sentence on the page. Ancient mirror carbon dating analysis. And I thought, that's interesting. And I immediately started to dig around in the box to find this mirror, but it wasn't there.
Yeah, you weren't too disappointed.
No, yeah, that's right, I wasn't, because even though there was no mirror in the box, I read further down the page, and when I seen the date, I thought, what? This mirror, or at the time, well, the date listing on the page of the mirror, which I didn't have, but it was millions of years old, ancient, super ancient, really ancient. And I thought this must be due to the material of what the mirror must have been composed of. But on this piece of paper, this report, this one-page report that I found in the box, indicated that the frame, not the mirror, the frame that surrounded the mirror, and the mirror itself wasn't really a mirror, is what we know of as...
Well, we'll get to the mirror, but what about the frame?
Yeah, the frame itself, not the mirror, just the frame itself, was millions of years old, which is just not possible. I mean, it just wasn't possible. Early man, according to everybody, just didn't have the tools, the skill, etc. to create such a modern-looking artifact. It just didn't make sense. And the mirror itself was so old, or ancient is more of a better term, that, well, according to the report, they could not identify the material that it was made of. They didn't know what it was. They could not date it based on that fact. They could not even take a sample of the mirror. It was completely... According to the report, this one-page report, the mirror cannot be broken, chipped, scratched. They could not take a sample from the mirror, period. They were dumbfounded.
Was this report dated? I mean, was there a...
1967.
That was the date on the report.
1967.
And this is 1978 when...
Yeah, 1978.
When you were reading this report, and the report was dated, this one-page report on the mirror and its frame was dated 1967.
Yeah, that's right. 11 years, or about 11 years previous, is when this report was done, apparently.
Did you ever find the mirror going through...
No.
Going through the rest of the boxes?
No, never found it.
So that must have been...
Yeah, never found the mirror itself.
Next time on Origins of Horror.
It was bloody awful. Just bloody awful. These things, these creatures just kept coming out of this doorway, pouring through. Every nightmare you ever had was just coming through that portal. The Americans just started shooting. The scientists, the German scientists hid. They just hid. They warned us, but they still wanted to see what would.
So the Germans wanted to see, the scientists wanted to see for themselves.
Yes, of course they did. They weren't able to complete the experiment on their own. They didn't have time. The war was over, essentially. Well, we wanted to see it too.
And...
Well, we wish we hadn't. That's all. Terrible. Terrible business experience. Oh my.
How do they stop it? I mean, how do they close this thing down? The doorway.
The frame. The frame was the key to the mirror. The mirror itself was indestructible. And when it was activated, well, or open, it's like it wasn't even there. There was nothing to destroy. So the frame was the key. That's how they shut it down. And a good thing, too. Good thing.